What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Champions League show. It is a big one. Tonight is the big night. Can Atletico Madrid or Arsenal progress to the final? The scores are tied at the moment on the aggregate score, but we'll get to the predictions in just a moment. We'll get to the preview. I've got one, Josh, the legend himself. That's always a part of AN Sports, and I'm glad to have him a part of the channel. Big up to you, though, bro. And make sure you guys go subscribe to Josh's channel. The link's in the chat. I pinned it already, so if you want to go check his channel out, please do so.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Akavin. It's a weird one because my club has the opportunity to qualify for a Champions League final. Big up, Tifo. My club has the opportunity to qualify for their second ever Champions League final, their first in 20 years. And yet I'm still worried about the game on the weekend more than tonight. It's a weird one. It's
Because of the result.
yeah, this is a massive opportunity. This is a massive opportunity, and hopefully we don't falter. I was thinking if we do qualify for this Champions League final on the back of winning our first league title in 22 years, that momentum and confidence will be absolutely massive. But we don't know what's going to happen. Atletico Madrid will provide very stern opposition. It's not going to be like the 4-0 win that we had in the league phase in game week 3 back in October. Was it October? Yeah. It's going to be a lot tougher than that. It's going to be a lot tighter, and Atletico Madrid will be much more of an attacking threat. I don't think they're suffering any injury issues. No, Lookman, he was a doubt to start the first leg. He started the first leg, should have scored, if not for Raya, who won the Golden Glove for the third consecutive season, by the way, in the Premier League, so big up to him. Obviously, Griezmann's going to want to qualify and repeat what he did in 2018. Thank you, Tifo. No idea who it is, but he sounds important, so I'll take it as a positive. What can I say, man? It's a massive game tonight, and I have the opportunity for watching Arsenal qualify for a Champions League final for the first time in my life. The first time we did it, I was only a year old, so it'll be nice to have an actual working memory for this one. But Atletico Madrid will be very stern resistance, and whether it's PSG or Bayern in the final, either team that goes through tonight is going to have a hell of a job trying to win that. So we'll see how it goes.
Big up to FOC, man. Big up to you, brother. Like I said, guys, first and foremost, on your way in, hit the like button, sub to the channel. Thank you so much for 600. We've finally passed that 600 mark. Let's get to 700 now, before the end of May. Come on, guys. 97 subs to go. Let's get to 700. If you're new around here and you want to subscribe and you haven't done so, please hit the like button and subscribe. Comment in the chat. You have to subscribe. So yes, head over to YouTube at AN Sports 7 and subscribe over there. And like I say, it's free to do so. Doesn't hurt you. Doesn't waste your time. If you want to be here, respect the boys. Keep it respectful on all grounds. And I'll get to your comments shortly. But yeah, 97 subs to go to 700. Come on, guys. I need to get used to saying 700 now because I've been saying 600 for God knows how long now. So 700 is the goal.
I went through your post history, and I was looking for we finally reached 500 subscribers post. That was 5 months ago. Bro, it was 5 months ago. Oh, my life. God, what a journey.
Slow progress, man. But I mean, we reached 500 faster than we reached 600 easily. We got to 500.
Oh yeah, cool.
But listen, it is what it is, man. We live to fight another day. We keep on going. We keep on growing. On the channel, guys, the World Cup's fast and approaching. Me and Josh are doing special Beyond the Ball shows and special World Cup shows, so please stay tuned to that. Please watch
about that. I'm going to be in Germany for about 6 days during the World Cup. Between June the 20th and June the 26th, I won't be available for those dates. For that week, I should say. But apart from that, I'll obviously be here for World Cup games.
That's fine. Just make sure, like I said, make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel because Josh will be here. The rest of the lads that you see on a regular basis, you'll see they'll be here. Augustia, Josh. You'll see a lot more of Zier and the rest of the guys. So big ups everyone who's locked into the channel as always. Thank you guys so much for your kind support and your kind words as always. Even if it's a hello or even if it's a big up, like Lumen says here,
every stream.
Greatly appreciate. You know what I mean? Joshua deserves happiness. Hey, bro, Arsenal could finally do it, man. 3 games to go. If they win all their games, they win the title. It's
Thank you, Lumen.
It's about that time.
Yeah, one game at a time, man. That's all I'll say. Like I said earlier, I'm more nervous about West Ham than I am Atletico Madrid tonight, which is a weird feeling.
Of course.
But regardless,
I completely get that, man. I respect
yeah, you
that.
understand because, like,
I've been through.
22 years, we've never won the Champions League, so there's no degree of expectation going into this other than we can win this.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Premier League, we've come second 3 times in a row. Like, it needs to be now. Like, these players are crooks. This manager is at the end. Listen, he needs to bow out with something. We can't be the joke of the country. We can't be the joke of the sport again. Surely, knowing my luck, we will be. But we're in a promising position. Needs to get the job done tonight. Needs to beat West Ham and beat Burnley, and I think those 2 wins in the Premier League will do it. As for tonight, opportunity for the first Champions League final in 20 years, the first since I was a year old. I couldn't remember that one, perhaps fortunately. But yeah, whoever we or Atletico Madrid get in the final, it's going to be an absolute titanic battle, I suppose. It's going to be so tough. It's going to be really, really tough. But I do think if we do get over the line in this league, first league title in 22 years, that confidence and that momentum will be absolutely devastating for PSG and Bayern to both deal with, no matter how good they both are. So, I've been burned so many times. I'm not going to get excited. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but we're in a very good position, and I'm going to try my best to enjoy it while it lasts. And yes, Ranveer, 600 subs. It's taken 5 months, but we finally got there.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Ranveer Talks Racing as well, people. Big up to you, though, bro. Big up to you, man. Love, bro. Love every single time, Lumen.
Thank you, Mama.
A week. Yeah, man. I've been waiting for today. Same. I mean, I can't lie to you. Ever since that 5-4 game last week, I've been looking forward to the next one already. But hey, I'm just glad that my team, beat Liverpool on the weekend.
You have to mention that.
I'm enjoying life at the moment, bro. You know what I mean? For this next week, we've already secured Champions League for next season, so I'm relaxed. It's just about getting that guy a haircut now. You know what I mean? Just winning the next 2 games, giving that guy a haircut, and just wrapping the season up. 3 games to go. Let's just see it out.
Yeah, you need a lot of new players in that summer window. You need a hell of a lot more players.
Big time, man. Big time.
In Europe's elite competition, provided you don't get knocked out of the first rounds again, you'll be going deeper in the domestic cups as well. You're going to need that transfer window to deliver big.
For sure, man. For sure. If Arsenal win the Premier League title, it means they don't win the Champions League or they even get to the final. I'll be content with that. I mean, Josh will be content with that. Josh will be content with the Premier League title.
Ranveer, we're up against Manchester City, the side that, thanks to their charges and oil money takeover, have denied your club of at least 3 Premier League titles. So I don't understand why you're so hell bent on Arsenal not winning it.
My club have 3 titles. 3 titles as well. 2012, and 2021.
Yeah, 2021 might be a stretch, but still, I understand why.
We were a lot closer than most people think. We were like within 12 points off Man City. So
fair enough, but yeah, massive game tonight. Even bigger. Well, but they're both massive. What else can I say? I mean, I don't really understand the criticism from the first leg personally. I mean, that's what a game of football typically tends to be. PSG versus Bayern was an anomaly. I mean, as much as we loved that, it was the greatest game we've perhaps ever seen. At the end of the day, those sort of games are few and far between. Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal was the typical football match, So I don't understand the hatred for it. I think people's preconceived notions about both these sides have really got to them regarding like the analysis side of this game. It's not terrorism ball. It's not terrorism ball at all, especially for Atletico Madrid. Simeone no longer plays like that. Arteta, yeah, but he won't do it at the Emirates. Not as much anyway. So I'm expecting this game to be surprisingly good. I'm expecting it to be surprisingly open. And hopefully we're on the winning end of that. But like I say, Atletico Madrid are an extremely tough side to progress against. Barcelona, who many people tipped to at least reach the semis, got knocked out by them, albeit with a man down in both games. And if we do get to the finals, PSG or Bayern. So, we've got our work cut out for us. You rate City? Yeah. All right, pal. I understand why.
Get into the comments. I hope you win the league. I've said it time and time again. I would much rather than Man City, and I constantly remind people that as a United, I do not want my neighbours to win the league. So I hope you wrap it up, man. Just get it done. Hopefully, City drop points at Bournemouth, and then you wrap it up. And you wrap the title up.
Hopefully, they drop points against Brentford, Palace, and Bournemouth.
You know what would be good? You wrap the title up, and you get it lifted at home, in front of your own fans instead of Palace away. That'd be a lot nicer. Because, I mean, now I'm sure you're feeling more confident now than you have been in the last few years. Because with 3 games to go, you're top with 2 points, 5 points depending on City's game in hand. Right, what their game in hand is going to be the last game week of the season. If you wrap the title up with the last game week of the season, bro, you're chilling. You're chilling. Like, you don't even need to worry about the Champions League. If you make the Champions League final as well, you get to rest all your players for the last game of the season if you wrap the title up. You know what I mean?
I'm never confident about Arsenal, Akavin, as you know. But if we beat West Ham, then I think we're on the home run now. We're on the home run. Should we beat West Ham, and then Burnley at home, we should be winning that. But at the end of the day, football's football. You never know. I do believe that if we beat West Ham and Burnley, the title's ours. But obviously, that depends on City's results as well.
I've got good Arsenal friends, bro. I'm fine. I've got good friends.
Akabin isn't serial online. Come
on. I've got good friends who support Arsenal. I chat with them on a daily basis. They're fine. I don't need to worry about it. My worry is Man City catching Man United. I'm not worried about Arsenal fans celebrating one title for their first title in 20 years. I'm worried about City catching up to Man United. Are people not worried about
they're catching us up soon, don't they?
Exactly. They surpass Arsenal. They're on the way to Man United and Liverpool. So be careful about that. Like, for people who want City to win the league, bro, they're going to dominate. City are dominating. Arsenal not. That's the difference. City have been dominating. English football. Arsenal have not. Arsenal have won 1 trophy in the last 5 years or 6 years. They'll win their first title in 20 years, and that's not domination. You can't call it domination because they haven't dominated English football yet. So
no, I know Liverpool. Everyone takes a piss out of Liverpool fans for saying this means more, but if Arsenal do get over the line, like what you're gonna see in the media, online, in person, it's going to be a hell of a lot bigger than any of City's league title wins you've ever seen put together, and I'll assure you of that. But we just need to get over the line. Will we? I don't know.
I think Josh is joking about the oil money stuff. You know what I mean? He's just taking the piss. 2 community shields and 1 FA Cup legacy. That's the thing. If he wins his first title, then that just gives you a lot more leeway. You know what I mean? But yeah, Arsenal fans over in Thailand are very chilled. Like, I actually went to see Arsenal fans after we beat 3-2 at the Arsenal event, and they were so chilled. Like, they were the most chilled Arsenal fans I've ever met. Like, I don't care about Arsenal fans over here. Arsenal fans, I've actually met a few decent Arsenal fans. They're not all mouthy and all, like, annoying. Like, I never had a bad relationship with one Arsenal fan in my entire life.
My problem is the fan base, like the Arsenal fans that are on social media, as in they get access from the club, they go on stuff like the overlap and put our fan base in a completely negative light. I can't stand those guys because they're not even Arsenal fans anyway. You look back in their past, they're QPR fans or Manchester United fans that latched onto Arsenal for a free press pass. Those people I don't have time for, but they're a very, very small minority. Akron, I don't know how big the Arsenal fan base is in Thailand. I'm guessing not much, but there's just go out and speak to people, man. Like words on a screen and real life is completely different. Speak to a few Arsenal fans in real life. They're not going to be like Tom from AFTV.
They're so triggered by screen. They're so triggered by what people say on social media. Like, bro, don't get yourself associated with them. Like, it's just all clickbait. It's just all like jokes. Rage bait,
engagement form,
and exactly, and you're all falling for it. Arsenal fans, and all of them are serious. You see some of these guys on TikTok. if Bukayo Saka wins this, he might be the best right winger in the Prem. No, it's all jokes. They're not actually being.
Oh, you know what? You know I'm running that narrative, bro.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
I know you'll run that narrative for sure. You know what I mean? I know you'll run it. So I'll be.
And he deserves a league title, man. I'm gonna praise him to heaven and beyond if we get over the line, of course. But you know,
didn't he have his best performance against Fulham? Like, we'll talk about the Premier League show tomorrow, but I think he had a really good performance against Fulham, didn't he? Apparently, Saka played very well against Fulham.
Yeah, he played very well. I didn't see the game, but he did play well. Regardless, Joshua, you expected, like the rest of us, for Everton to hold on to the 3 points in it. You know what, Ranveer? I didn't watch the game. I got a phone call from my dad actually saying, "Guess what happened in the Everton Man City game?" And I was like, "Did Everton hold on for a draw?" And he was like, "Opposite. Man City salvaged a draw." And I was like, "Fuck's sake!" Before the game, I'm taking that any day of the week. But Doku, 97th minute equaliser, that is still a bit of a pain in the arse. But at the end of the day, Akavin, you know, I'd take a 3-3 draw before the game started, you know. And even if Manchester City managed to salvage it, even if Everton should have had a blatant penalty when Bernardo Silva held whoever it was in the box, at the end of the day, they dropped points, and that's all Arsenal fans can hope for, you know. And like I say, I know this is the Champions League show, but if we beat West Ham and Burnley, I think we've won it. Hopefully, we have. I
agree. I think you beat West Ham and Burnley. I think you'll win it because I think you'll win Palace away as well. Palace are on the beat, so they're going to play for.
Well, that's the thing. If they do get through to the Conference League final, where they've got a strong advantage from the first leg, I think the final is played 3 days after the last game of the Premier League season. So they'll probably have to rotate. And, you know, we need to take advantage of that. But like I say, Akavin, I've been burnt by this club so many times. I'm just going to take it one game at a time. Because I remember you said that Atletico Madrid would beat us 2-0 next week, last week. And I'm thinking, like, that is definitely possible, you know. So, we just need to take it one game at a time.
We'll see about the predictions, though. We'll get to predictions in just a bit.
Yeah, of course.
Marco and AS Alvarez, the painful interest. I don't believe that. Well, Marca is not known for his most reliable sources. It's pretty much like the Sun in England, I think. So I don't really trust the Marca and AS that much. But if it's
Spanish sources just seem so unreliable. I can't lie. He made us competitive, Lumen. My frustration is we haven't won anything, you know. And I believe that under a more experienced manager, given him £1 billion within 6 years, we would have actually won something. And big up Jay Red in UFC. If Arsenal beat West Ham, I think it's over. They will win the league. They will also help Spurs in the process. So it's a bittersweet moment. Honestly, that's Jay, it's not bitter. It's not bittersweet whatsoever, man. Like, if that helps us win the league title, I couldn't give less of a fuck if Spurs stay up or not. But I understand what you mean.
They'll stay up to witness that they'll stay up to witness that you won the league. That's gonna hurt them even more than getting relegated. I'm not gonna lie to you. At least they'd rather get relegated knowing you didn't win the league, rather than them staying up and you winning the league. That hurts them a lot more, I think. So yeah.
I know, man. But listen, like, just got to take it one game at a time. Hopefully Brentford do something, or Palace, or Bournemouth. I don't see Villa doing anything. Emery, I understand he's won trophies and all that, but I mean, you're allowed Spurs to beat you on your own patch. Like, he's so frustrating, you know.
Don Simeone is the adult bear, and the players are his clubs, and you'll rally behind them, and he gets behind these players more than any other manager in the world of football. I hear you. I mean, Don Simeone is one of those managers that he's one of a kind. Like, you don't often find managers like him. He's a manager who takes winning very seriously. You know,
he is Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, he made Atletico Madrid. He is the reason Atletico Madrid have so many trophies today.
And he should be 2-time European Cup winner. If not for Sergio Ramos in the 93rd minute and Griezmann missing a penalty in 2016, 10 years ago, then he's be on 2 Champions Leagues by now. Is this year 3rd time lucky? Hopefully not. Hopefully we're through instead. But
sorry, knows? I forgot. Yeah, Atletico did miss a penalty during the game. I forgot, my bad. I thought it was.
And also, congratulations to Don Simeone, as Ranveer says, because I believe he managed his 1000th game at the weekend. He rotated all 11 players and still won away at Valencia, 2-0. So big up to him, bro.
Fair
Big up.
play.
I mean, both Arsenal and Atletico Madrid won comfortably at the weekend. Obviously, Arsenal kicked off about an hour and 45 minutes later, but that's not going to be much difference for professional athletes. There's not much going on there. Yeah, it's going to be an intriguing game. I'll say that. It's not going to be as dull as everyone might think, because the narratives around these two teams, especially Atletico Madrid, is very much off the mark. Simeone no longer plays terrorist ball. If you know, you know. But, you know.
I think it'll be very. I think it'll be very attacking. I mean, a lot of people have said underestimated what happened last week. I mean, I think I didn't watch the full game. I didn't watch the game last week. I was pretty much preparing to
doing something decent with your life instead.
No, I think
not wasting your life.
I think I was doing a show, or I don't remember what I was doing at the time, but I woke up from my sleep and then I went back to bed afterwards. But I saw the 90th minute was 1-1, and I was like, yeah, this could get interesting next week at the Emirates, surely. March 2020 when Atletico knocked Liverpool out at Anfield. I got pissed off at Don Simeone doing an East slab, but now I see this utter passion, and it's the nature of the character and his football, though.
I swear that if he's running to the Atletico Madrid fans after a last-minute winner, I'm going to be out of it. Yeah, 1,000th match.
Yeah, that reminds me of Jose Mourinho knee sliding. Not knee sliding, but he was running to the Chelsea fans when Steve Gerrard slipped and handed Liverpool bottle of the league.
I thought you were referring to when he knocked Manchester United out of the Champions League with Porto, and he ran to the Porto fans down the touchline.
No, but it kind of reminded me. Mourinho was cheering, yeah, to the Chelsea fans when they went on Anfield. He was like tapping he was like pounding his chest or whatnot. You know what I'm trying to say? He was like, you know what I mean? Like that's what you call like football heritage and all that shit. It's just funny. But I mean, Atletico Madrid had the chance to do the same, but Liverpool beat them at Anfield for 3-2. But anyways, let's get to the preview. Anyways, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid. How are you feeling about this game? What is your overall thoughts going into the match? Obviously, you taking a 1-1 draw away from home, like you mentioned, it's not a bad result, and I agree. I don't think it's a bad result either. I think you take that result and you go to back home and go win. I think you just need to win, and you have to go through, and you have to win. Like I said, just win by 1 goal, whatever it is. 1-0 Arsenal, just go through. But I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I think Arsenal might be gassed from the weekend. We'll see, because Arsenal are playing pretty much every game for Arsenal to the end of the season is a cup final now. From now to the end of the season, every game's a cup final. You need to win all your games, including the Champions League game tonight, and you could win the double. So we'll see. But what's your feeling ahead of tonight, man? What's your overall thoughts ahead of tonight?
Well, I've said it before. I'm not as nervous as I am against West Ham. Obviously, as soon as the lineups come out, as soon as the players start lining up in the Atletico Madrid tunnel, I'm going to start shitting bricks. But until then, West Ham is the game I'm more nervous about. Obviously, this is a massive game tonight. Will we go through? I'm not too sure. I think we can, as long as, at the end of the day, I keep saying it, it's a mentality thing, man. Like, we've got more than enough to get through Atletico Madrid based on pure quality. It's the mentality. Are you willing to take the opportunity by the scruff of the neck? You know? We've got a massive opportunity here to win the Premier League and potentially win a Champions League for the first time in our history. Like, very few English clubs have done that in the same season. I think the Manchester clubs, Liverpool, and that's about it in English football history. Do I think we will? Most definitely not. But, it's free to dream. And Atletico Madrid will be an extremely tough side to break down. Like I said earlier, they're not going to get smashed 4-0 like we did to them in October. But we're more than capable of putting in another scintillating attacking performance. And listen, my main concern here is if Zubimendi and Erdogan get shoved back into the team. Because apparently they're fit again. I want Miles Lewis-Skelly in that midfield. I think we need Miles Lewis-Skelly in that midfield. It is absolutely sickening that it took him until Fulham on game week 34 to finally play him in his natural position. He needs to play in midfield. But having said that, I think Zubimendi will unfortunately start. I don't know whether Martinelli should start because his best form is in Europe. I hope to Christ that Ødegaard didn't start him because Eze is simply the better number 10. There was actually a moment against Fulham in the build-up to the second goal. Eze's pass to Gyökeres. Arteta, before Eze played that ball, was going like that, as in conserve possession. Martin Ødegaard would have passed that back to the centre-backs and we would have recycled possession going nowhere. What did Eze do? Passed it in behind to Gyökeres. He held it up, passed it into Saka to make it 2-0. That is a number 10, not whatever Ødegaard is meant to be, particularly after 2024. So Eze needs to start. Ødegaard needs to stay on the bench. Apart from that, we should be okay to go. I don't think Calafiori should start either because as good as he was against Fulham, that was the first time he played in about a month, if I'm not mistaken. I think Nkapie will be at left back. Ben White needs to step his performances up. I think he'll be starting. But like I say, Akeren, we've got a huge opportunity here. Don't fuck it up again. And listen, beat West Ham and Burnley, and I think the title's ours. Beat Atletico Madrid tonight, whether in the 90 minutes, in the 120 minutes, or God forbid it goes to penalties. Even if we win, I'm not going to be jumping for joy. But
of course.
You know, we have a huge opportunity here. Try not to fuck it up again. You know. As for Atletico Madrid, sorry.
No, sorry. Finish your point.
Sorry. As for Atletico Madrid, I mean, I said it before the first leg. Both these teams aren't in the best of form. I think Atletico had 2 wins in their last 9 games. That's now 3-10. Arsenal pretty much the same. So both these sides aren't in the best of confidence, but they've both won their last 2 league games. So they're going to bring the A game onto it. And it's going to be a good watch. For you, of course, I'm going to be shitting bricks, but for the neutral, it's not going to be bad at all. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So there I have it. I don't know what your thoughts are.
No, I just think, look, there's a huge difference between Eze and Ødegaard in the team. Like Eze drives the ball forward for you guys. Like, and that's a positive. Like, you need someone that can drive the ball forward rather than dragging it back and then passing it back to the midfield and back to the defense. This is something wrong with modern day football. So number 10s are just not progressive enough. You know, there's a lot of number 10s in today's day that don't progress the ball too much. I'll say this right now, Josh, and you can say whatever you like, personally for me. If you had Bruno Fernandes in your team, I think you would have won 3 titles by now. That's what I think, personally.
If we had Eze in our team?
No, if you had Bruno Fernandes in your team, I think you'd have won 3 titles by now.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Maybe. I don't know because our previous title challenges under Arteta, Ødegaard was one of our star men. I don't know if Bruno would have done much more than what Ødegaard did, but I understand why you think that. I just feel like if we had a proper manager, if we hired Ancelotti in December 2019 instead of Arteta, we would be on our 3rd league title by now. But that's it's not gone that way. So you know we'll have to live with it. Not much else to say on that matter.
No, like I said, you're looking more like a team that starts to go forward a lot more. When I watched you against Man City, and I will say it again, you look like a team that wanted to go for it. Against Fulham, you went for it and you scored 3 goals. Against Newcastle, you won 1-0. So you've already scored pretty much. So you haven't lost a goal. You've gained 4, and City have dropped. And City haven't gained any because they dropped points last night. So their goal difference stays. City, the week before, they won 1-0 against, what was it, Burnley? They only gained 1 goal difference. So your goal difference is looking good, with especially being 5 points ahead. So the confidence in the players will definitely start to grow. The only reason Arsenal can win the league now is because City are dropping points themselves, right? Arsenal on a bit of a rough patch before this run of form that you had. You lost to Bournemouth and you lost to City, and then after that you went on a winning run. So it's kind of a good time to really step it up. With about how many games possible to go? You've got this. So you got 4 games to go, including if you play the Champions League finals. That's 5 games to go this season, potentially 5. At the moment, it's confirmed that you have 4 games left. So with 4 games left to go, winning tonight will definitely boost you guys big time. Because if you win tonight, think about how much confidence the players will take in with the final 3 games of the season that they're playing in the Champions League final. How much momentum they're going to want to win, especially being top of the league as well. How much momentum they're going to want, going into the final with a lot of, with a lot of confidence, having to win 3 games, win the title. Bro, you'll want to go for more. Winning 1 trophy, then you'll want to go for more. This is why I said the Carabao Cup was important, because had you won that Carabao Cup, you could have gone on to win potentially the quad. I wouldn't say the quad, but I would say that you'll probably win like a double. I think you win out of the Prem and the Carabao Cup. I think the Champions League and the FA Cup is a bit of a stretch. I say this now because look at the other side of the draw. You got PSG or Bayern. Like, I think it's going to be really tough to get past one of those teams to win the Champions League. I think the trophy will go to that side. Personally, for me, I think whoever wins that tonight or tomorrow will go through to the final. I think one of those teams will reach the final and will win the whole thing. In my personal opinion, whoever wins it. So I don't think Arsenal win the Champions League. So I think the only thing you really have in your hands is the Prem, and it's in your hands now. Let's be honest, it's back in your hands. It's not in City's hands anymore. It's in your hands now, because they have a game in hand. But if they win that, they don't catch you. They don't catch you, bro. They don't catch your total points. Because it all depends if you beat West Ham and if you beat Burnley, you're 2 points ahead of City on the final game of the season against Palace away. So if you draw that game, City would have to score about 5 goals to win the league, potentially.
Well, it depends on the scores, doesn't it?
However many goals they score against the next few teams, to be fair. So it all depends.
Yeah, but Akevin, that's what I was saying. If we do make the Champions League final tonight, if we do finally win the Premier League, our first league title in 22 years, whatever, that momentum and that confidence will be very, very hard for either PSG or Bayern to stop. And we know those 2 sides are the best in Europe. But if we go into a Champions League final against either of those sides off the back of winning our first league title in 22 years, I have no doubt that we'll give them a serious game and that we can win that game, But at the end of the day, just see what goes on tonight. I personally believe that if we beat West Ham and Burnley, I think we've done it. But obviously that depends on how City get on as well. I'm hoping that Bournemouth can take points off them. I'm not expecting Brentford to do too much. I'm not expecting Palace to do too much either. I'm expecting Aston Villa to completely roll over against them, as Ranveer will know very well from 2022. So, yeah, I'm just hoping that we do our job. We need to win all our games. We're potentially 5 wins away from history now. This would be without a doubt the greatest season in this club's history.
Yeah.
By a long shot. At the end of the day, Akevin, I don't know what else there is to say. Atletico Madrid, they're motivated as well. They've got no threat in La Liga in terms of taking their Champions League places. They've already pretty much qualified for that. They lost the Copa del Rey final, so they're going to want to make amends here. They want to repeat what they did in Wenger's last season, which is knock us out in the semi-finals of the European competition on the way to winning the entire thing. Both these sides have a lot of motivation going into this game. Obviously, Atletico Madrid, 10 years on from losing against their bitter City rivals, want to finally reach the game of all games again. Griezmann in his last ever season. Arsenal, on the other hand, first Champions League final up for grabs in 20 years. Never won it either. I mean, both these sides are going to be hugely motivated. It's not going to be a boring game whatsoever. It's going to be very intense. It's going to be very tough. I keep saying that, Akevin, but it's not going to be like the 4-0 Arsenal win in October. It's going to be a hell of a lot different. It's going to be a lot more tight. Yeah. There's going to be a much bigger emphasis on margins, and any mistakes will be completely and utterly punished. So there you have it.
I mean, especially I forgot to mention, City have a cup final a week before the final game of the season, and they play their second last game of the season at home against Palace. They play three home games in a row, bro. They play Brentford, they play Palace, and then they play Aston Villa on the last day of the season. So they've got 3 tough games and then Bournemouth away. The next game's against Bournemouth away, if I'm not mistaken, right? Bournemouth away is the next game for City.
Next game is at home to Brentford.
Home to Brentford. Okay. And then
Yeah.
Bournemouth away. I think they'll beat Brentford.
Is it Bournemouth away?
No, I think it is Bournemouth away.
They've got Crystal Palace. Yeah, I think it is Bournemouth away after Brentford at home. I think they've got Brentford at home, then Bournemouth away. Or no, they've got. I'm not too sure about City's fixtures, but I think they have Brentford at home and then the cup final and then Bournemouth away. Actually, no, I might be chatting out of my arse. Forget what I'm saying.
I'll find out.
Either way, Man City were filing a complaint to the FA that their game against, I believe it was either Palace or Bournemouth, was being played in the midweek after the cup final.
I think Palace.
So they obviously know that.
Bournemouth away. It got moved.
Yeah, so they obviously know that it's an extremely tough task for them to do all that, try and win the FA Cup and then stay in the title race away against Bournemouth.
Yeah, that's what I got to tell people. It's a different match today with a different circumstance compared to the league phase match that finished 4-0. I hear that. I need to see Atletico de Madrid as champions of Europe. I don't want Bayern to overtake Liverpool and equal AC Milan and PSG. No, I don't like them and Arsenal won Arsenal.
The social media fan, everyone.
You don't like PSG because PSG squad is quite likable.
He doesn't like PSG. I don't blame him.
Probably. So I guess you Atletico are winning the league. Fair enough. I need Arsenal to explain the concept of the light bulb today, especially 15 minutes before kickoff instead of tactics. We need that. We need that. Facts, bro. I bet this is Lumen's second account. If I was in Arsenal, I would be so scared of playing as a PSG or Bayern as they would not want to first like Inter. I hear you. Simeone
I wouldn't be scared.
Arsenal staff or any fan. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, if we do get to the final, I think it depends on whether we win the league or not. Obviously, this is if we do get to the final. There's absolutely no guarantees. Atletico Madrid could easily qualify for the final instead. I do think if we do win the league, that momentum and that confidence will be absolutely critical. And for as good as PSG and Bayern are, that's going to be a really tough nut to crack for them. If we do get to the final, regardless of whether we win the league or not, I don't think we're going to end up like Inter Milan last year. I think we are defensively solid. But, stranger things have happened. And who knows, man? We can't see the future. We can't predict the future. But I understand what Lumen's saying, without a doubt.
Cool. Do you have any more to add on the game? Do you want to add any more on the Atletico Madrid side of things, or do you want to add any more on the Arsenal side of things before we get to score predictions?
No, I just think it's going to be a fascinating matchup between two sides that have plenty of motivation to get to the final in Budapest. Let's have it. May the best team win.
Yep.
And hopefully there's no drama regarding stepping on club badges this time. Am I supposed to keep talking? My apologies.
No. Sorry, mate. I paused out of it there.
It's all right.
Anyways, I think that's it. Predictions. I'll let you go first since you're the Arsenal fan.
Okay. Do I be positive or do I be realistic?
Both.
You know what? Your 2-0 Atletico prediction from last week is living rent-free in my head. But I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal after extra time. I think Atletico Madrid go 1-0 up through Alvarez free kick. And then Gabriel or Saliba bundle in an equaliser from a corner with about 20 minutes left to go. It goes into extra time. And Bukayo Saka penalty in the second half of extra time eventually puts us through. Let's fucking have it, boys. Come on.
I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Atletico win. I just think Arsenal might be feeling the pressures ahead of tonight because they might be worried about the weekend's game as well because West Ham away is not going to be easy. They could have like I said, I won't be surprised if you win tonight. If you win tonight, you go to the final, and then that will drive you on to go win the league because I think you'll win your final 3 games of the season if you win tonight because that will help you like with the confidence. Like it'll boost you big time. But if you lose tonight, then the pressure will definitely be on. I think the Arsenal players are thinking about the next 3 games because City dropped points last night against Everton, right? Then Arsenal will be like, oh, we're we're going to do against weekend. What are we going to do against West Ham? How are we going to rotate? I think they're worried about West Ham away. Wasn't I think they're worried about tonight for some reason. I don't know what it is. Because they've just been handed a new lease of life. City have just handed you a new lease of life to go win the league. They've gifted it to you. So the players might be thinking about that. Hence why I think Atletico will win the game, and I'm going to go 2-1 Atletico. Like I said, I won't be surprised if Arsenal win tonight. I think Arsenal are probably the favourites to go through. But I'm going to be opposite just to be a bit different.
Because you don't want us in the final, I see you. I understand.
It's not even that. I just think I don't know how Arsenal are going to cope with the pressure. It's a different pressure now, because you've been handed a lease of life in the league. If you're given a new lease of life tonight, then yeah, you'll probably go through. But then again, will the players be thinking about next weekend's game, or will the players be thinking about tonight's game? It's a thing we'll see about it.
I think regardless of the outcome tonight, whoever goes through tonight, they will be firmly the underdogs going into that final.
I agree.
Firmly, and that doesn't mean they're bad football teams per se, but the quality of PSG and Bayern is simply unmatched in Europe at the minute.
Yeah.
And obviously, I explained if we do get over the line in the league, that is a huge motivation and momentum boost that will help us massively. As for Atletico Madrid, obviously they'll put up a fight. They're not going to roll over like Inter did last year. But without a doubt, either PSG or Bayern, whoever goes through tomorrow night, will be considered the favourites. And speaking of PSG and Bayern.
Yep, we're going to get to that right now.
Yeah.
I think I'll go Sorloth and Alvarez to score, and I think Saka will score for Arsenal. But I think Atletico goes through tonight.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then Arsenal will win the league. That's what I think.
Fucking hope so.
I think you will win the league, and I hope you do win the league. That's all I'll say. But anyways, let's get to the biggest game of the week and potentially the entire season. Because I'll be real with you, the Champions League final, it might not be as big as this fixture. Let's just be real. PSG Bayern 5-4 last week. PSG ended up clutching up and winning the game, but Bayern pulled 2 goals back. Could that be a new lease of life for Bayern Munich? Which I'll see. I said lease of life quite a lot on this because it is the second leg. There is a lease of life for all teams, for all parties.
Yes, Twisted. Yes.
Big up Twisted Fate. Big up to you, brother.
I saw that sorting out my UEFA FPL team. Bummer.
I think they should start Konrad Leimer. I don't know why they didn't start Konrad Leimer, bro, last week by Bayern. I was really confused as to why Leimer didn't start for them. But then Hakimi being out is a blow for PSG.
Well, it was a strange one because Bayern started better, then PSG threatened to run away with it. I mean, let's face it, we spoke last week, Akavin. Bayern will be the much happier team going into the second leg. In spite of the fact that they obviously conceded 5 goals, at the end of the day, the difference is only a single goal.
They pulled 2 goals
and
back.
They were 5-2 down at one point. So to get it back to a 1-goal deficit is absolutely massive for them.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I mean, I said to you last week, Akavin, I believe PSG will go through. Also, I'm not going to get into predictions yet, but I believe they have the better manager, they have the better squad, they have the better players individually. I'm not too sure about a better team, but they are the European champions, and momentum is such a powerful thing in football. I believe PSG will be aiming to go back-to-back in Budapest, but that isn't discrediting Bayern Munich whatsoever and what they've done this season. If Bayern do end up winning the treble, obviously they've won it in 2020, they won it in 2013, I believe, but I believe that aesthetically, on the eye, this Bayern Munich team would be the most entertaining Bayern team to win the treble if they were to do it under Vincent Kompany. I mean, the football they play is just mesmerising. Same with PSG. I mean, whoever goes through tonight, like we said earlier, are going to be the firm favourites going into Budapest. Having said that, the final is just one game of football and anything can happen in just one game of football, given the occasion and all that. But I do believe if Bayern do end up winning the treble, it will be the most aesthetically pleasing side that we've seen. Obviously, probably not better in terms of players, but certainly in terms of the football that they produce.
For sure.
You mentioned Leimer not playing last week. I think he's coming back in today. Twisted Fate, as he said, Hakimi is out. massive blow for PSG.
Diaz is
I
gone
don't
too.
think I don't think Bayern are suffering from any injury concerns at the minute. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
Let me have a look. I think Bayern
Oh,
also, but not noticeable injuries. You know what I mean? I don't think it's noticeable injuries. I think the
yeah.
injuries would be.
I think Hakimi is the big miss of the entire
Nabry.
2000.
Nabry's out. Nabry's out because he's a good bench piece. They have Chevalier out. Yeah, Hakimi and Nabry are the only two players that you look at and be like, yeah, they're two noticeable names. So yeah, two players are gonna be missing. I think Hakimi could be a player that they sit out. If PSG do make the final, I think Hakimi will be back for that. So
Yeah.
I think he should be able to. He should be able to play the final if PSG do go through. If Bayern do go through, then Gnabry could come back because it's a muscle injury. Gnabry is a good, but Gnabry off the bench is scary for Bayern. I'm not gonna lie to you. And
He's a talent. Another talent that Arsenal let go of for whatever reason.
I was really confused as to why you let him go. But anyways,
Well, Tony Pulis can get the best out of him at West Brom. So yeah. I mean, I don't think this is going to be another 5-4. I don't think it's going to be as unprecedented as what we saw last week, but I think it's still going to be a thriller. Obviously, Enrique said after the game that he spoke to his coaches, I should say, and he said that to feel confident of going through, they're going to have to score at least 3 goals at the Allianz.
that's crazy.
And yeah, he also said, we deserve to win tonight, we deserve to draw tonight, and we deserve to lose tonight. If that doesn't explain the margins between these two sides, I don't know what does. I mean, this entire tie is shaping up to be the best semi-final tie that we've ever seen. And whatever's cooking up on Wednesday, whatever is cooking up tomorrow, I should say, it's I reckon it's going to be an absolute stormer again. Not quite 5-4, but a 4-3 wouldn't be too bad either way. And I can't wait for it. And hopefully, whoever wins that game on Wednesday meets the Arsenal in the final.
Obviously, last week we spoke about PSG Bayern. We spoke about the matchups. We saw how complete these two matchups were. Like you could barely tell them apart. Like they were both so on their game. Yes, Bayern were 3 goals down, and then they pulled 2 back, so they're down 1. So Bayern will need to score 3 goals. They'll need to win by 2 clear goals to go through in normal time. Otherwise, they'll need to win the game and then go to take it to penalties, extra time or penalties if they want to go through. So Bayern just have to win tonight. But if they want to go through in normal time, 2 clear goals, and they'll have to hope that PSG don't find a way back into the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being a Bayern man, Harry Kane, Elise, Diaz, like I said, and I will constantly say again, I think this is the most balanced front 3 out of the 2 matches that they're both facing. The 2 matchups, this is the most balanced front 3. If we're talking just pure talent of a front 3, PSG have it. Because PSG have Kvaratskhelia and Doué, right? And Dembele. That's a talented ass front 3. If we're talking technical, if we're talking just balanced, left wing, right wing, striker, balance all 3 together, I'm taking Bayern's front 3. But technical ability, skill, talent, I'm taking PSG's front 3. So it depends which way you want to go to. Big up Shivan, big up to you though, bro. Hope you're doing good, my guy.
Big up Shivan.
Big up to you guys. I think Atletico wins will be on pens. Bayern versus PSG is hard to call, but I edge PSG. I hear you. I won't be surprised if PSG goes through. They are the reigning champions. It's not going to shock me if whoever goes through tonight. At this rate, Josh, you ain't going to be surprised who goes through, isn't it? Because they've already set the bar of how even they are, of how both evenly matched. You know what I'm trying to say. So I won't be surprised whoever goes through now at this rate. It's if PSG goes through is meh. If Bayern goes through is yeah, expect it. It's
there's no
clear cut.
there's no like,
Clear
there's
favorite.
no animosity that either of us two feel, and the majority of the people don't feel too passionately about who goes through. I mean, the entire footballing world just seems to be sitting there.
Oh, it cut off there a little bit. Guys, it's
Sorry, are you there? Are you
you
there?
cut off. You cut off a bit there.
My apologies. Either way. We all know that it's going to be a brilliant game of football, and there's not too much hatred towards either of these two clubs, as opposed to what's going on tonight. So, I mean, everyone's just going to be sitting there with their popcorn, waiting to see who's going to be the favourites in the final. That's all it is. It's
Bare,
pure. It's a pure footballing mastery.
bare,
If you care to say it that way.
bare French players as well. You know, what I mean, a lot of French players on the pitch today. Elise, Doué,
Big up Godfrey.
Dembele, Upamecano. You know, what I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, that's the funny thing about the first leg. Bayern conceded 5 goals, but I don't think Upamecano and Tar were that bad whatsoever.
They
You know,
conceded.
that is how high quality PSG were in terms of their attack.
It was so nice. Sorry to cut you off. It was just really nice goals on both ends. Like, it's just hard to defend. Like, you just.
Akevin, I told you the attack is going to be the deciding factor, and
Yeah.
I mean, what did we see there? 9 goals, bro. You know.
I think the defense as well, because at the end of the day, they had to keep each other out, right? They had to cancel each other out. Try and cancel.
Well, they didn't.
They didn't, and they have to try now because they know they have to do better, and especially in the midfield as well. Both midfields have just had really good games. You know what I mean? So yeah. Sorry, continue what you're saying. I didn't mean to cut you off earlier, bro. Sorry, finish.
Well, that's all right, mate. I mean, what else is there to say? I don't think this game needs any introduction. I mean, we already saw what these two sides were about last week. I think Bayern will be the happiest sides going into this, considering they were 5-2 down and managed to claw it back to a 1-goal margin defeat. You saw their reaction. You saw the fans' reaction in the stadium after the game. The players, the manager, the fans, they were all content, or should I say relieved, that they managed to claw back a 5-4 loss going into the second leg at the Allianz. I mean, well, at the end of the day, Akevin, I'm so looking forward to this. And like I said, hopefully, whoever wins on Wednesday night or Thursday morning for you will be facing my club in the final. But we'll have to wait and see. I believe both these games this week are going to be full of drama, full of tension, full of anger, full of animosity. And may the best teams win. May the best teams qualify for the final.
I hear it. Let me get to the comments real quick. Twisted Fate says if Bayern get through and so do Arsenal, then Arsenal aren't in a bad of a spot as PSG went through. PSG would choke the Arsenal midfield, whereas Bayern do make room to get at them. Let me ask you this question, actually. If you were to get to the final, who do you want to play? I personally think you have a better
preferably
chance.
None of them will get handed it anyway.
I personally think you have a better chance against Bayern, though. If out of the two sides, I think you have a better chance against Bayern than I think you do against. Because PSG.
I feel we're capable of beating both. I said earlier, Akevin, if we do get over the line to win our first title in 22 years, that momentum and that confidence. I've said this about 10 times on this stream already, but that's going to be a tough nut for either PSG or Bayern to crack. And if we do finish second in the game, we'll be completely broken going into that final. And they'll get at us, and 99 times out of 100 win. Also, if we do get to the final, obviously there's absolutely no guarantee whatsoever, and I could be very much heartbroken tonight. But if you had to put a gun to my head and say, who would you rather win tomorrow night? So Arsenal face them in the final.
Bayern for sure, right? Surely.
Honestly, just flip a coin. Just see how it goes. Either way, it's going to be extremely tough. Either way, it's going to be extremely difficult. I'd probably edge towards Bayern, but that's not saying anything whatsoever. That's not me being confident. That's not me being arrogant. That's not me being disrespectful to Bayern in the slightest. I just believe that PSG have a better manager with better players who won it more recently and therefore have the know-how to win it again. Obviously, we beat Bayern in the league phase this year. We beat PSG in the league phase last year, but that wasn't the same PSG side. Having said that, in the semi-finals, they had more of the play, more of the possession. We had the higher quality chances and couldn't put the ball in the back of the net thanks to Donnarumma. So I think we're more than capable of beating either side if we do get through. Same as if Atletico Madrid get through tonight, they're perfectly capable of beating both those sides as well. At the end of the day, it's one game of football, and you can't account for one game of football. All that effort you put in throughout the season means absolutely nothing if you fail by the end of it. And PSG and Bayern will both know that. I know that's a very long-winded answer, Akervin and Twisted Fate, but I will probably edge towards Bayern, but that's no disrespect to them. That's no arrogance on my side.
I have a reason.
What else can I say?
I have a reason why you choose. I have many reasons as to why you choose Bayern, though, and just hear me out on this. First of all, ex-Premier League.
They bitch us.
Ex-Premier League front three.
Oh God, Harry Kane. Oh no, I'd rather we just had PSG.
You stopping Harry Kane from winning that Champions League would be poetic. You know, the Arsenal fan playing for ex-Tottenham player, but Arsenal fan, right? Number 3,
ex-Arsenal academy man.
You prevent Manuel Neuer from winning a title before he goes out, a Champions League before he leaves.
I don't care about that.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying there's a lot of players.
Yeah, okay, fair.
So, or Champions League, excuse me. But yeah, I mean, ex-Premier League front 3, ex-Liverpool front 3, ex-Palace front 3, ex-Palace right winger, and an ex-Tottenham striker. That would be so funny, wouldn't it? Like to stop. It's
a Spurs striker. Honestly, I changed my answer. I'd rather we had PSG. So if we lost to PSG, we at least wouldn't have given Harry Kane a medal. You know.
Because Bayern are your kryptonite in the Champions League, aren't they? They're like your kryptonite.
Yeah, I mean, law of averages would say that eventually we beat them when it matters. But we've already beaten them this season, so chances are they'll beat us. But at the end of the day, Akervin, either way, it's like choosing whether to die of AIDS or Ebola. I mean, neither's very fun. It's either way, it's like pick your poison. You know, they're going to be extremely tough, and we're going to have to be on our A game. What have you? We're going to need to maximise our set piece opportunities whenever we get a rare spell of possession on the ball. But I still think if we do get to the final tonight, we're more than capable of beating either side. That's not me being arrogant. I genuinely believe we can. If we do win our first league title in 22 years, I have no doubt that momentum and that confidence, like I've said for the previous 11 times on this show, will be a huge hurdle for Bayern and PSG to get over, no matter how good they are. Obviously, I concede that they're both much better football teams than us, technically, quality-wise, attacking-wise, anyway. But there's no doubt that we can beat them. Obviously, they'll be favourites, but we can. I'm sure Godfrey agrees.
Bayern and PSG in the knockouts in the last 3 years. Both Bayern and PSG. I mean, you got knocked out by Bayern in 23-24, and you got knocked out by PSG the following year, last season, in the semi-finals. So you made it further 1 year, and then you got knocked out by PSG. Do you know what's funny? You could potentially go from getting knocked out to the quarterfinals to getting knocked out to the semi-finals to potentially make it to the final. That is progress. I will admit that is progress.
Well, you know my thoughts on this manager, but I've never had any qualms about him in Europe per se. First year back in the Champions League. Obviously, I've had problems with him in Europe, but not in the Champions League. I think he's done well in the Champions League. We had a huge missed opportunity against Bayern in 2024, but PSG last year that was Donnarumma, and this year, we had the easy route to the semis. I'm not going to deny that, but you have to beat those teams. And if we do get past Atletico Madrid, he's qualified us for our second ever European Cup final. So, Arteta, in terms of the Champions League, has hardly done anything wrong for me. It's the domestic competitions, particularly bottling the league, as we know very well, and taking the piss out of the domestic clubs. That's where my problem with him is. In terms of the Champions League, I have no qualms with it. You know, I had no expectations about the Champions League when we first qualified for it in 2023 because we've never won the damn thing, you know. It's the domestic competitions that piss me off so much about this manager.
Yeah, and then the league title is in your hands now as well, so that has to be on him.
Well, yeah, it was in 2023 as well. I mean, come on. Yeah, forgive me, Akevin, but I still believe City will win the league. Mainly because I still think City will win the league because we haven't mathematically won it yet. That is it. As long as it's not over, I think City will always be there with a 51% shout.
Josh, not at this rate though, bro. I mean, at the same time, let's just be real here, right? You are 5 points ahead of Man City, right? With
2.
Well, I mean, it depends on the game in hand, right? Well,
they'll win. Okay.
But at the same time, like you've never been in Arteta's time of managing Arsenal. I'll get to the comments in just a bit, people. Sorry, just keep your comments coming. I'll get your comments right now. In your time of being in a title race in the last 4 years, you have not been ahead of Man City, played all your games, and them having to cut the deficit to 2 points with their game in hand. It's always been City have their game in hand, they'll take the lead. You've not been ahead of them going into the final 3 games of the season. This is big for you. Like this is a new thing for you guys. This is why I said it all depends on tonight. If you win, your confidence will be through the roof, and you'll go win your final 3 games to win the league comfortably. I think you'll have it. I think you know this as well. If you win tonight, that confidence in the players will go up like crazy. If you don't win tonight, there's a good chance the players will be worried about the weekend because they have to play West Ham, who have to survive. And think about it, the circumstances around it, Tottenham, so a lot's at stake on the weekend, bro. A lot at stake on the weekend. You know what I mean? I just worry about that Bayern defense. I haven't been seeing a lot of goals lately. I hear you. Thank you so much, Godfrey. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you, man.
There we go.
You've been here for a long time.
It's like a bloody long time. We can attest to that.
You've been here from like my 300, 400 subscriber days, man. Big up to you, man. So much. Big up to you. Yeah, 90% of the Champions League potential UCL final. I'm hyped. I hear you.
Make that 120 minutes, Godfrey. We're not going to make it easy.
I agree with this. I think you have a better chance against Bayern than you do PSG. I just think PSG are just well-rounded. They have more of a complete squad than Bayern. I just think Bayern have a few holes in the team that you might be able to get at. I just think PSG have a complete squad. Keeper from back to front, defense, attack, midfield, attack. Everything's all balanced. Even though I think Bayern's attack is more balanced, I just think PSG is so much more talented. That's what I think talent beats everything.
Well,
hard work as well.
Plenty of variables to add to that.
I wouldn't say it's arrogant saying Bayern because I agree. I think also Bayern don't try to choke out midfield like PSG do. I would arguably say PSG has the better defense, both attacks are lethal. Yeah. And the midfield I would say PSG. I think PSG had the best midfield in the world. I think PSG had the best midfield out there. I think.
Yeah, I can see.
And defensively, I think you could probably say PSG as well. I think midfield to defense, I'd say PSG. Balanced attack, I'm saying Bayern. Talented attack, I'm saying PSG. That's why I said PSG more well-rounded. They're more of a complete team. Bayern have a few holes in that team that I think Arsenal can easily get at. Big up, Rajat, man. Big up to you. Hope you're doing good, my guy. It's been a long time.
Big up.
Doing good, bro. It'll be a good game. Atletico will give Arsenal a good match. I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Hopefully that PFP will be Martinelli in a month's time. But apart from that, why did they risk Vitinha, who was playing that game half injured?
It's a semi-final, to be fair.
You got to play your best players against Bayern in the semi-final, haven't you? I suppose. Inject them with painkillers, inject them with injections, I suppose.
Even Alvarez will be doing that tonight as well.
Yeah, he will. He's not going to miss this game. Like I said, I predict him to score a free kick or some shit.
The biggest game of the season. They have to play all their best players. Bro, PSG have the title wrapped up in the bag. They're not going to lose the league. PSG,
oh yeah, of course they're not, but it's not mathematically confirmed yet.
No, it's not. But I think PSG pretty much have won every other trophy except for the domestic cup. I actually think it's City that will capitulate in the league because they have young players that have been there, haven't been here. It's almost a brand new team from the season. I hear you. That's why I think Bournemouth away will be the biggest test for them because Bournemouth haven't lost a game since they played Arsenal on the 3rd of January, which is crazy. So Bournemouth are going to be a tough game. I knew Everton was going to be a tough game as well. I knew Everton was going to be difficult. I had a feeling City were going to struggle away at Everton, and they did. They struggled away at Everton, and Everton managed to hold on for a draw, but they conceded a late goal. And then look, it's crucial points drop for City, and Arsenal now have it all to play for with 3 games to go. City still have more games to play, including the cup final week before, so they have a lot to worry about. A lot's going on in their mind. So it's not that it's wrapped up or anything. So yeah, I hear you, Twisted Fate, 100%. But I mean, it depends on they beat Paris Saint-Germain, but it'll be even fight.
Zubimendi bench.
I agree with you. I hear that. Vitinha and John Neves seem like the newer Portuguese Xavi and Iniesta.
Lewis Kelly in midfield.
Bro,
Get in.
You know
he's fucking taking this seriously. Damn, man. Calafiori's starting as well. I have my concerns, but
Kelly played left centre mid on the weekend, I think. From what I remember.
Yeah, he did. Oh, bloody hell. Come on, Lewis Kelly. Come on, my boy.
Fuck it. I'm changing my
prediction. No, don't you dare. No, stick with your prediction. No. No, don't jinx it. Please don't jinx it. You're keeping it 2-1 Atleti.
No. 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Atleti then. We'll switch around. Fuck it.
No, you have to back your team, bro. You have to back your team.
Bro, you've completely jinxed us, man.
No, because you know why? I've seen the lineup. Nah, it's kind of changed my prediction a little bit. You know, because if you're playing Lewis Kelly at left center mid, you guys going to strive, and you're playing your best team. It says in the 10 or Odegaard in the 10.
No, it says in the 10.
You'll win.
Odegaard's on the bench.
Back on the right.
Yeah, of course.
You're winning. You're winning this. 2-1 Arsenal. I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. I want to say 2-1 Atletico, but then thinking about it, they've not been on good form as of late. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal.
Neither have we. So.
Nah, but you have picked up in your last few games, or you have actually won like your last two games. Crucial wins as well against Newcastle at home and Fulham at home. You needed those results. So yeah. But anyways, I have something fun we can do. Let's do Arsenal Atletico combined 11.
Okay.
Combined 11 as well. Let's do that. Just to make it a bit, just to spice up the content and make things more interesting. You know what I mean? All right, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid. Let's go from defense to attack. All right, keeper. I'm gonna go with David Raya personally.
Over Oblak.
Oblak's not. I think Oblak's not playing, isn't he? Isn't Oblak not playing tonight, or is he playing tonight?
I thought he was. I transferred him in to my FPLs. I'll check for sure.
I think they've had their backup keeper for a while now. I think Atletico. They've had their backup keeper for a while. I think.
Hold on. Is Oblak injured?
I don't think he's playing Oblak. Someone correct me in the chat, please. I'm gonna. But let's just. But yeah, if he's not playing, I'm gonna.
No, he's he played against Valencia, so he's back. He's back from injury.
You gonna go Oblak over Ryan?
I'll go Oblak. But that's no discredit to Raya. Oblak has been one of the best in the world for many years now. And congratulations, Raya, for your first consecutive Golden Glove.
Sure, I'll go Oblak as well then, I guess. Right back. Who's playing right back? Timber or Ben White?
Well, Timber's injured, so it's Ben White for us. We'll give it to whoever plays there for Atleti.
Is it Llorente?
I think it is Llorente. I'll get their lineup out just in case.
Yeah, I got it here. Don't worry, I got it here. No, Mark Pupil. No, I'm gonna go Ben White. I'll go Ben White.
Ben White's been very poor this last month.
Yeah, but Mark Pupil, I've never heard of this guy.
Okay, fair enough. Ben White's obviously better. Let's go with him.
And Llorente is playing in midfield, so Robin Lenormand or Saliba. Let's be honest. Saliba here. Saliba easy.
I'll have both. This sounds really arrogant. I'd have both our centre backs over theirs, but that takes nothing away from our Atleti, like I said.
Easy Saliba, Gabriel. Left back, I'm gonna go Calafiori as well. Midfield, I'll go Declan Rice. I'll go Llorente, and I'll go with Eze. I think Llorente deserves. I think Llorente deserves a shout. I think Llorente has been one of those players that you just can't leave out the team. He's just quality. I'm taking.
I think Koke has a shout of being in that midfield ahead of Eze. But
I'm putting Eze ahead of Koke right now, and then I'll put and then you obviously have Llorente. I'll put Llorente in there with Rice Llorente instead of Zubimendi. So
yeah,
I'll
of course.
go Llorente, and I'll go Rice, and I'll go Eze. Right wing, Griezmann or Saka. I'm gonna go Griezmann personally.
I'll go Griezmann.
Griezmann.
Purely for what he's done.
On the left, who's it? Lookman versus Martinelli.
Yeah, Lookman.
Yeah.
It's Trossard starting tonight. Yeah, Lookman. Alvarez or Gyökeres. No disrespect to Gyökeres. Under a proper manager, he'd be scoring. But I'll go Julian Alvarez.
Do you know why I go Gyökeres? Because look at his goal tally last year compared to now.
Yeah.
He's been such an underrated player for Arsenal. And I don't understand the hate he's getting. He's actually not been a flop. He's got 21 goals this season, right, for Arsenal so far.
Yeah, Jimenez isn't starting. Rajat.
No, not Jimenez. No, Jimenez is not playing. It's underrated. Alvarez. Okay, do you know what? Actually, no, I'll go Alvarez. I'll go Alvarez. You want to say? Of course, Alvarez. Yeah, Alvarez.
Very balanced.
I think your camera's lagging a little bit on my end. I don't know why. Let me see if it's lagging on YouTube though. If it's not lagging on YouTube, then don't worry about it. Because it has to lag on here.
Yeah, fair enough. Twisted, I agree with that. But onto the tastier one: PSG versus Bayern,
No,
or Bayern versus PSG.
You're fine, YouTube. Don't worry about it. It's just StreamYard. Don't worry about that.
Fair enough. I'll let you kick off with PSG versus Bayern.
Yeah, I agree. I think it goes front three. Yeah, maybe because it's more balanced, but I feel the front three is better. I hear you. All right, PSG Bayern. Let's make things interesting. All right, in goal, it's Neuer versus who's the other keeper again?
Well, shit, that Chevrolet fella's injured.
No,
I can't remember who the other guy is, but
I'm going Neuer anyways.
I'll go Neuer.
Yeah, Neuer has to go. And even if it's not the same Neuer as before, I'm going to put Neuer in goal for sure. Right back, Hakimi for me. Hakimi.
Well, of course it would be Hakimi, but he's not playing.
Yeah, but he did play the first leg, right, Hakimi?
Yeah, okay.
He's pretty much involved anyway, so we'll go Hakimi. You can't leave Hakimi out here. I think we can include injured players as well. So that's why I could put Timber at right back for the last.
I think Nuno Mendes gets in ahead of both Lucas Hernandez, or is it Theo Hernandez, and who's the other fella? Alphonso Davies. I think Nuno Mendes gets in ahead of them two at left back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go both PSG's fullbacks. I think PSG's fullbacks are the best fullback pairing in the world, easily.
I'd go Upamecano and Marquinhos.
I agree with that.
Personally.
What do you think of Zabani? Do you think he gets a shot as well?
Yeah, Twisted, you're right. Sorry?
What do you think of Zabani? The one that they signed from Bournemouth, PSG. Zabani.
I don't think much of him, to be fair, Ackerman. I've got to be honest. Now onto the midfield, eh?
All right. So
I mean, that sounds disrespectful, but I feel like you've probably got to go with PSG's midfield three.
I'm gonna go João Neves. I'm gonna go with Kimmich, and I'm gonna go with Vitinha. That's what
I'll accept Kimmich.
I'll put Kimmich in there because you got to put Kimmich.
Vitinha.
Well, I've rated Kimmich for a very long time, and I'm gonna put Kimmich. I know it might be very defensive, but you can't leave out Kimmich. The guy is just so good. Like he's one of the best midfielders in the world. So I'm putting Kimmich.
Has a cool first name as well.
Yeah, Kimmich. Oh yeah, of course.
Anyway, yeah, I'll happily say that.
I'll put him in there regardless, Tifosi. I'll put him in there regardless. You can't leave Hakimi out of this. I'll put Kimmich, John Neves, and Vitinha. It's a very defensive midfield, but like I said, let's just take it anyway. It's the best we can go. I mean, Fabian Ruiz. I mean, he's also been a good player this season, but I mean, I'm gonna go. An underrated shout is Pavlovic. Pavlovic has been very, very good. I mean, Zaire Emery is playing for PSG right now because I think what do you call? I mean, Ruiz might be on the bench, so it could be Zaire Emery. So I'm gonna go. So yeah, I'll go Kimmich, John Neves, and I'll go with Vitinha. All right, now this is where it gets interesting. The front three. I'm gonna go with on the left wing. I'm going Kvaratskhelia personally gets in for me.
My dilemma here is Kane or Ousmane Dembele up front.
That's a debate we'll save for the last. I think.
Okay.
I think
we'll both pick someone.
But on the left wing, I'm going Kvaratskhelia. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah, of course. Well, no disrespect to Luis Diaz, but I think Kvaratskhelia has. I mean, they're both X Factor players, but Kvaratskhelia is more X Factor or the X Factor duel.
Doué or Elise? That's a good.
That's a tough one.
Because Doué is the current Champions League winner, but Elise is only getting into like the. I think Elise is so much more technically gifted. I'll put Elise in there.
I think I'll go Doué. I'm going to go Doué.
Okay.
We've hit a conflict of interest here. I'll choose Doué over him.
I'll put in Elise, but okay, what's the reasoning behind Doué in that right wing? I'm not.
Quite frankly, Ackerman, I enjoy watching him play more, and I know that sounds very disrespectful. They're both entertaining to watch.
No, that's fine.
But Doué, I just feel his technique, his control of the ball, his manipulation of the ball, his dribbling skills. He's younger than Elise as well. I think he's a more decorated player. I feel he will be a crucial part of France's front three more so than Elise will be personally for the World Cup. I'll personally go with Doué. Having said that, I understand that Elise absolutely trumps him on the GA scale, and that is a huge advantage that Elise has in this debate. So, it's a matter of personal preference, but I'll go with Doué personally. Big up, Aaron.
Yep. Kimmich hasn't played against me yet. Kvaratskhelia, Kane, that's all right. Kvaratskhelia, Doué. Okay.
Twisted fate. I'll go with that. Yeah.
So I'm joking at Elise. I just like hating.
Never mind.
Elise is close to breaking 2 records this season. Just saying. The only reason I'm edging Doué is because he's won a Champions League. But that's only because...
trophy logic is silly when comparing player quality.
But I just think they're both so close to each other. That's why I can't really differentiate. I'm trying to edge. That's why I'm edging it towards the one who's won the Champions League before. But it's not fair because Elise has just come into a good team. Last season he's been in. I don't know. I'll put Elise in there. Fine. I'll put Elise in there. I think if Elise wins it, he definitely wins the Ballon d'Or. Surely, you've got to give Elise the Ballon d'Or if he wins it. It's between him and Kane. And up top, I'm gonna say Dembele, just to be a bit different for you guys. I'm saying Kane. I'm saying Dembele because I just think Dembele is the current Ballon d'Or winner. And I know
what you're saying,
but I just think I'm just saying Dembele to be a bit different from you guys. I know it should be Kane because Kane's like the better goal scorer as a striker, and I know go on about balanced team and everything, but I just think Dembele is just like at the moment he's also within a shot to win another Ballon d'Or, back-to-back Ballon d'Or winners.
Akron, we're talking about the Ballon d'Or. I wanted to ask you, if Arsenal were to win the Premier League and the Champions League, notwithstanding whatever happens at the World Cup,
Yeah.
Surely an Arsenal player will be the winner of the Ballon d'Or. Who would you give it to?
Okay. There's
In this
one.
hypothetical scenario, of course.
There's only one player that gets it for me. Only one player.
Who's that?
Declan Rice.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
To be honest with you, bro, when I look at Arsenal, I don't see anyone that's really deserving, like the clear-cut deserving of the Ballon d'Or other than Declan Rice. He's like the most standout player when I watch you guys. It's like he's like the one that's control of the game. I don't know who else can win from Arsenal. I only think Rice can, because I just don't know who else.
It's either him or Saliba, really. I mean,
I can't give it to Saka.
you know, no.
He's had a ball, but like Eze has not been amazing. You know, he's I don't know, maybe Gabriel, I guess he's the only guy that probably deserves it outside of Declan Rice.
If we were to do the improbable, I just thought that would be interesting to debate, because obviously we've got the World Cup as well, and we saw from the 2023 Ballon d'Or that the World Cup sways it a lot for certain players. But like I'm saying with Joshua, I love Duez. Sorry. What about Dembele, Kane, Elise? That's a shout as well. I don't think Kvaratskhelia can be left out.
Do you know what?
Right, Havertz the Ballon.
That's not a bad shout. No, because of all the players like he's listed, like it's Dembele can play, but then again, it's
Havertz gets in above all. Arian said it best.
Yeah, man's a Havertz.
Honestly, give it Gyökeres or some shit.
Gyökeres, okay, if Gyökeres was going at 30+ goals, then yeah, I think he deserves it. But I don't think he's going to.
Well, to be fair, if Gyökeres was to win the Premier League and the Champions League, he'd be Arsenal's top scorer in both, most likely. And he's also single-handedly qualified his country for the World Cup. So regardless of how Sweden perform, I mean, I think he'd be probably Arsenal's runner-up. He would be Arsenal's front runner if Arsenal were to win both trophies, of course. Yeah. With Declan Rice up there as well, and probably Gabriel and Saliba. But yeah, that was just an interesting question, you're allowed to speculate. But yeah, overall, as it stands, I think the Ballon d'Or is probably going to Kane. Obviously, in terms of the World Cup and what happens for this Champions League campaign, I mean, that's going to determine it a whole way. But, we don't know the future, so we'll have to wait and see.
There's a big factor. Let's say if Arsenal win the Champions League, who gets man of the match in the final? Whoever scores the winner. That's also a good point. I think they might give it to the one who gets the most man of the matches. Dembele didn't score 30+, but he did win 6 trophies. That's why Dembele gets in. Rodri wants Rice can win. I think Rodri's better. But then Rodri's a better player. But even in general, like Rodri didn't deserve.
Well, if Rice scores in the Champions League final, and then wins the World Cup with England, yeah, of course, alongside the Premier League medal round, isn't it? Of course, he deserves it as much as Rodri did. As an outsider, does Bruno deserve Premier Player of the Year? Honestly, there haven't been too many players better than him. I wouldn't have any qualms with him if he did win it. I'm not really too focused about the assist record, obviously, but even if he doesn't break it, I think he's probably one of the main Player of the Year candidates. I think whoever wins the league, obviously one of their, well, at least about 3 of their players will have to be in contention as well. If Arsenal were to win it, obviously you'd have Rice, Raya, and probably Gabriel. If Manchester City were to win it, it would probably be between Haaland, Cherky, and Bernardo Silva, who I don't think has been too bad for City this year. But I think Bruno Fernandes definitely has a shout of being in there.
No, I
think you've got the likes of Igor. I think the likes of Igor Thiago as well has a big shout of being in the Player of the Year discussion as well. Having scored 21 Premier League goals, first time a Brazilian has scored over 15 in a Premier League season. Stuff like that doesn't go unnoticed.
I'm giving it to Bruno Fernandes, me personally.
Yeah, no bias there. I understand. No, I see why. I see why Bruno would be in there. I don't have any qualms with it, you know. But I feel whoever wins the league, that player will probably be awarded Player of the Year. Especially if Arsenal do win the league, because it'll be the first time in 22 years. You can't look past that, even if it is through assist records. That's also broken by a player that's not on the Arsenal team.
It'll be a crazy year if we have Arsenal and England in the same sense as winning a major trophy. Peak. I hear you.
60 years on from 1966. I don't know.
Bruno Fernandes wins the World Cup and he could be contention for the Ballon d'Or shot. I wouldn't go Ballon d'Or, but I think.
No, he won't be Ballon d'Or shout because he didn't win anything with United. You know.
It's unfortunate that he did win, but listen, if he was to win like the Prem or something, then yeah, I get it. Then maybe there is a shout, but I don't see it. He'd have to win like a league title or a Champions League title for him to get like the within the shout. He'll be in the top 10 probably because I mean that's what it is. If you win the World Cup, then I think you can definitely be within the shout, but I don't see it. I just think PSG, Bayern, Arsenal, they've got the better players. I think Alvarez also deserves a shout to be in the top 10. Bruno wins the Ballon d'Or before Haaland. I'm here for it. That'll be funny. City fans will go wild. Yeah, even before KDB, that'd be hilarious. That pushed the agenda a lot more. You know what I mean? Say it again, sorry, Josh, what are you saying?
I wasn't going to say anything. Arian came up with a interesting comment. Messi but won the World Cup. He won Ligue 1 and I believe the French Cup as well.
He wasn't the best player in that, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, of course, but he won trophies with his club. I mean, I think the unofficial. I mean, in order to be a Ballon d'Or contender, you're going to have to be in the late stages of the Champions League, preferably winning it or getting the final. Alongside that, you're probably going to have won your domestic league as well, and you should hopefully do well for your country as well. If there's an international competition going on that year.
But anyways, what's the front three then?
I'm going Kvaratskhelia, Harry Kane, and Desiree Doué personally, but I understand everyone else is picking Elise, so I'll happily fold because I'm weak.
I'll go Doué, I'll go Kvaratskhelia, and I'll go Dembele. I'm going all PSG. I know I said PSG. I know I said Bayern's attack more balanced, but talent wise, I'm taking PSG. So I like talent. PSG is I just think Dembele is the current Ballon d'Or winner. You got to put him in the team, you know. And he's still having a good season, so I'm gonna put him in there. He's having a good season. I wouldn't say he's better than Harry Kane, but to be a bit different, I'm gonna go Dembele. Just to be different from you guys, because you guys also Kane, so I'll go Dembele. Honestly, respect for the non-biased response though, Joshua. Many people downplay what Bruno's doing for United. Yeah, 100%.
No, I understand completely, but I do feel like the Player of the Year is likely going to be won by a player from a team that wins the league. You know, I know there's been exceptions to that, but unless Bruno does break the curse and break that record, I mean, I don't have any qualms with it. He's been fantastic for United, apart from 2 missed penalties at the start of the season. So that did cost you guys valuable points, but that's by the by now, isn't it? So.
But anyways,
and to be fair, he got very close to equaling the record against Liverpool. You know, if not for Woodman getting a touch on the ball, and what was the other one? I think Mbuemo missed an absolute sit in the second half as well from a Bruno Fernandes touch and puck.
We should have slapped them. We should have fucking destroyed them, bro. We gifted them.
What? You completely let them back in it, and you gave them momentum until Kobe Main was winning.
We gifted them the goals, man. The United of old would have crumbled. We'd have lost this game, the United of old. But this is a different Man United.
No matter what United of old could be as bad as last season, you were never going to lose that game because you were winning at half time.
Like Mbappe gets to win the Ballon d'Or potentially because you never know, he has a crazy World Cup. Yeah, but then again,
he's not as loved as Messi. So,
That's the thing.
if anything, he's hated by the French journalists, surely, for walking out of their league.
Jose Mourinho and Real Madrid. We'll see, man. We'll see. I think Yamal's also in the mix if Spain wins it individually. He's top. Yeah, Yamal can be a player that can.
I think the fact that he got knocked out of the Champions League quarter-final seriously hinders his chances. Seriously hinders it. Like I said earlier, in order to win the Ballon d'Or, you're probably going to have to win your domestic league, get at least to the last four of the Champions League, and perform well for the country if there's an international tournament.
Yeah, Barca have the league title in their hands, though.
Yeah, of course. But it could be the first time in history that the title goes to a team in the aftermath of a La Liga game. Interesting, isn't
it? It could be wrapped up before the El Clasico. That's the funny thing. The title could be done before the El Clasico.
Indeed. Man, the nerves are building up. We've got 45 minutes until.
We haven't done score predictions yet for PSG Bayern, so let's get to predictions. Score predictions.
Okay.
I have two predictions in my mind, but you go first.
I'm going to go 4-3 Bayern. PSG win on penalties.
Sorry, say it again.
Nacho Monreal getting interviewed by Prime. 4-3 Bayern. PSG win on penalties. Scoreline 4-3 PSG on penalties.
Big up King Khan, man.
Big up King Khan. John Major's best soldier.
Big up to you, King Khan. Anyways, I'm gonna give my score predictions. I'm gonna give my.
I know King Khan. I know.
Yeah, Christmas is coming early yesterday, isn't it?
Almost. Far from over. Plenty of twists and turns to go.
There's a chance that Bayern could win 3-1. 3-1 Bayern or 3-3.
Which one are you going to go with?
I'm going to go Bayern to win 3-1 and go to the final.
Fair enough.
Bayern make remontada.
Remontada. Yeah, I suppose. Why not?
Remontada.
Okay.
I did Spanish, so I'm able to pronounce.
Oh, look out.
3-2 Bayern.
I did GCSE in Spanish.
Oh, you did Spanish? Nice.
I did Spanish at GCSE. Yeah, I got a 4, and that was only because the grades were inflated due to COVID.
Wait, is it German or is it
No, Remontada is Spanish.
No, it's just a remontada that we like to use in like football. It's like the remontada terms, you know what I mean?
Blitzkrieg.
Somehow there's a genius conversation that it's completely 0-0 for him. I was an Arsenal fan yesterday. I mean, I want Arsenal to win the league over City, yes. Fine margins. Arsenal won Atletico. Arsenal to win extra time. I don't want this.
Arian, that is literally my prediction as well. Alvarez free kick, 1-0. Gabriel Scruffy corner, equaliser. And Saka penalty in extra time, second half of extra time.
If you were tuning in, I changed my prediction actually. I went to
okay.
Yeah,
he meant Bayern, German. Yeah, I'm a dumbass.
But I'm just saying remontada because like it's a good term.
King Khan.
I wouldn't say these 3 words, but yes, I would rather they win the league. Also, squad depth could come on top. Yeah, possibly. But anyways, all right. We've done a combined 11. We've done our score predictions for both clubs.
I need to see the build up to this game, bro. Now I'm shaking. That Coca-Cola is getting to me. Don't worry, there's no cocaine.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny. But anyways, people, Josh does have to go to get ready for the game. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, lads. Twice in a lifetime opportunity for me.
It's all good, man. It's all good. We're gonna wrap it up here.
Cheers.
We'll be back live tomorrow for the private show. tomorrow night. So stay tuned for the show tomorrow. Either tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening. We'll see.
Yeah, before the Bayern PSG game. Without a doubt.
In terms of the rest of the shows, stay tuned for tomorrow's Prem show. The next show that I've got will be. I don't know which other shows I have. I guess the Red Army Rant Pod and the Premier League show on Friday. So stay tuned to all that, I guess, again, people. And French Open is fast approaching very soon. So this month we're going to preview the French Open. And the World Cup is coming next month. So, guys, let's get to 700 before the World Cup. Come on, you already know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, please, people. You know, if you're in here and you haven't liked the video, there's 18 of you watching, or how many of you are watching? Head over to YouTube at AINSports7. The link will be in the links in the quote tweet. Go check it out. Like the video, sub to the channel if you're new around here. Leave a comment in the chat. I'll get to your comments. And we're 97 subs away from 97
My bad.
subs. Make sure you guys subscribe to Josh. The link's also pinned in the chat. Let's get him to 50 subs. Build a session to win the Premier League. Your Champions League should be knighted. 100%. He'll definitely be knighted for sure. Let's last week. So lactose intolerance. Nah, it's just a bit. You're funny. But Josh, anything you want to say before we go? You want to say anything before?
No, not at the minute. It's just this has been a great stream, and hopefully by tonight my club is in the biggest game in club football. Come on, boys, let's have it. Come on, Arsenal. One of the rare instances where I say that.
I think you'll start watching. I think you should start watching the Prem games now. I mean, they're back on top with 2 games too.
No, I'm not like that.
Are you gonna watch the last game?
Like I said, I still think City will win it. So I'm just preparing for disappointment.
You have it in the bag, my friend. You got it in the bag. I'm saying it now. But anyways, see you guys very soon for the Prem show. Tomorrow at around 9 a.m. UK. People, like, share, subscribe. See you guys very soon. Enjoy the Champions League. We'll wrap it up soon. The Friday. So by Friday we'll find out who's in the final. So get excited. We'll see. Take care, people. Peace. Have a good rest of your night.
Peace out.